Hello, ladies and gents. My name is Sonny Blink, aka Diego, as most of my friends know me. And I know I have not made a video like this, ever. So I don't expect this to get many views, but I just had this topic on my mind for a little bit, and I just really wanted to talk about it. So I assume all of you can read the title, and I assume that I'm going to call it something like "Why I Piss While Sitting" or some shit like that. Um, but if that doesn't clue you in, I piss while shitting. Wait, what? No. Fuck. I meant to say that I piss while sitting. So, like sitting down on the toilet. You know what I mean? Um, and I don't even know when I started doing this. I think eventually I just got tired of pissing while standing because I used to piss for a long time. And I just started sitting and it was like a eureka moment. Like, fuck, why didn't I do this before? This is awesome. So from then on, I just always started pissing while sitting. Now, I don't do this in public bathrooms because those things are fucking disgusting. I do not want to piss in public bathrooms. Like to begin with, I never take shits in public bathrooms unless I am in an emergency. Like, I, I just don't like doing it. So yeah, while I'm in public bathrooms, I'll always just avoid pissing, sitting down in the toilet. I'll always stand up. Um, and honestly, pissing while sitting is just better to begin with. There's like a 0% chance that you dirty the toilet, which is nice, right? Not just then you don't gotta clean it up, and you just get to relax because standing up is already more tiring than walking, so sitting down is less tiring than walking. And you're not gonna walk while pissing, so it's better to sit and piss than stand and piss. You know what? I think a lot of people don't might not like doing it because they'll feel less masculine, but it's like, dude, you're just pissing. All of these are gonna piss out their dick anyway, so you might as well do it comfortably. And actually, that reminds me of this story from high school. Well, I still am in high school, but you know what I mean. It was my previous year, my sophomore year, and it was the end of the year actually. We were doing finals, and I was in I want to say my money management class. It was called personal finance, something like that. And I was about to take that final, but I was like, hey, teach, just let me go take a piss real quick, and I'll be right back. So I walked over to the bathrooms, and when I looked inside, for context, my school bathrooms are really small, and the one that I was going to, which was upstairs, was even smaller than the downstairs one. So when you walked in, there was a trash can, two sinks, two mirrors, a singular hand sanitizer dispenser, and a singular towel dispenser, and that was kind of it. And then you walked a little bit more. There was two urinals at different heights, and I think at different heights, and then the stall, the singular stall. So I walk in, and immediately I see that there's three boys inside. And so I'm like, oh, what the fuck? What's all this ruckus about? But it's normal. There's always some fucking troublemakers inside the bathroom not doing skipping class. So I paid no mind to it. But as I was walking to the urinals because one of the boys was in the stall. I looked over and see the stalls have sinks and mirrors inside as well, right? Across from the toilets. So I walk in to up to the urinal. I turn my head just to see what's happening in the stall because the door was wide open. And this boy, who looked to be about a freshman, maybe a little bit younger, quite frankly, he looked like a little kid, was putting cutout pictures on the mirror, right, around the edge of the mirror. I got really curious, so I went and I took a look. I put my peepers on it, and dude had pictures of Benjamin Netanyahu on the mirror. So naturally, I ignored it and I went over to piss. So I was pissing, blah blah. And while I was pissing, this kid walks up to me, like the same kid that was in the bathroom stall, walks up to me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this kid about to bother me? Am I gonna have to have a problem with this kid? I'd rather not, you know. And he walks up to me, and we are just kind of looking at each other while I'm pissing, and he just says, "Are you a Israeli? Fuck, are you an Israeli spy?" And I'm like a little stunned. I'm still looking at him. I'm still pissing. He kind of tilts his head, and I go like, "No, I'm not an Israeli spy." And this kid looks like flabbergasted, and he says, "Oh, well, all right." And he hands me a picture of Benjamin Netanyahu. I kid you not. He handed me a picture of Benjamin Netanyahu. Now I don't know if it was edited or not, quite frankly, but it was a picture of Benjamin Netanyahu in an American football uniform, like a little American football gear, right? And so I was like, okay, thanks, man. Oh, I didn't say thanks. I did not say thanks. But I just put it in my pocket, and the kid walked away with his friend, giggling. I finished pissing. I washed my hands, blah blah. I looked at the bathroom stall again, and yeah, the mirror was decked out. Like I'm talking every single edge of that mirror, and like the entire surrounding border was covered in pictures of Benjamin Netanyahu. Um, and I just, I whatever. Uh, Earlier in the year, I was part of this student government council, and if I was still part of it, I would have probably like gotten the kids' names and like taken down the pictures myself. But I just didn't give a fuck at that point. I just wanted to get my exams over with and go home. So that's what I did. I went back to class. I told my teacher, like, dude, I just got handed a picture of Benjamin Netanyahu. I was laughing about it with my friends a little bit. Then I took that final. I Christmas treated it, but I still passed. Yeah. Sorry, Miss Krieg. I kind of Christmas treat your final. But it was like a fun class. I kind of liked messing around with you. You're very easy to like rile up. So thanks for that. Oh, actually, another bathroom story. Yeah, this one's from middle school, 7th grade, I believe. I was in my 7th grade math class, and I sucked at that class. I think I had like a 1% that entire year because I just never did work because I hate math. And so one of the days I decide to go out to the bathroom. And luckily, the bathrooms in my middle school were like slightly bigger than the bathrooms in my high school, which is nuts to think about. Um, but so I use the bathroom, everything's normal. I'm washing my hands, and then this kid walks in, and this kid was like the fattest black kid I've ever met. Like this dude was ginormous. I had a few classes with him, and I'm pretty sure he always like super stretched out. He took up more desk than there was desk to take up, right? And actually, I think I heard some rumors about that kid that apparently he overdosed, which that fucking sucked. I hope he's okay. But at the same time, I kind of hope not because of this story. So I was washing my hands. He walked in. He kind of just stood there at the entrance to the bathroom. And I paid no mind to it, and I finished washing my hands. And I was about to walk over to the entrance to fucking leave because lucky I was kind of skipping. I was taking a long time to piss. Um, and he didn't let me. And he started walking up to me while I was, you know, walking up to the entrance. So I was like, okay, what the fuck? So I backed up a little, and then he flipped the light switch off in the bathroom, right? And he kept walking up to me, and I could like barely see his silhouette in the bathroom. But so he was walking up to me with the lights off, and I'm really skinny, so he went to grab me and lifted me up a little. Not a lot, but like a little bit, so that I could feel my feet dangling a little bit. And like again, I'm really skinny, so it wasn't very difficult to do. And at that point, I was like, oh yeah, fuck no. So I kicked him in the ribs, or the closest thing to ribs that I could find. I just pressed my foot against him really hard and just fucking not mollywopped. I pushed him pretty hard with my foot. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, don't fucking do that shit again. I turned the lights back on and I left. And I never spoke with that kid ever again. I had classes with him the next year, and I saw him around school a lot, but like, I just never spoke with him. And he never spoke to me. That was just like a one and done deal. He was laughing about it. It was pretty funny, honestly. So can't be too mad about it, but it was really fucking weird. Yeah, that's about it. Bye.